everything that happens in your life is your fault. I do think being broke is a choice.
Now you have a choice. You can take the blue pill, leave an angry comment because of the title, or you take the red pill, and I will teach you to be rich. Most people don't know the difference between being broke and being poor. Being broke is a state of mind, and being poor is a state of your material well-being. A millionaire can be broke, and yes, they do have $1 million, but if they have a broken state of mind, no matter how much money they have, they're not gonna be an interesting person and no one wants to spend any time with them. Being broke or wealthy is an indicator of the path you're following, and being rich or poor is an indicator of your current wealth. And I'm telling you this because if you've watched this far, there's still light at the end of the tunnel. We'll start off with the 4 stages everyone has to go through to build a successful $1 million business. Stage 1 is the ideation stage. Here you can do 2 things. Number 1, solve a problem. Number 2, make people's lives better. Now, a lot of people only tell you need to be able to solve problems. However, that's not true. Some people already don't have a lot of problems and they just want to live a better life. Or some people are just not aware they even have a problem. Think of air fryers. Everybody already has an oven at home, but a lot of people still decided to buy an air fryer. And that's because putting food in an oven, heating up an oven takes a lot of time. However, an air fryer is something smaller, quicker. Most of the people's problems were already solved by the oven, but now they made their lives even easier with an air fryer. What most people do when they try to go through the ideation stage is they hop from one business opportunity onto the next one, onto the next one. The nouveau riche are different. We decide upon a path and commit to it. Most people fail and they don't even go out to the ideation stage because they overthink the idea and they never commit to anything specific. You pick one specific industry and obsess over it day in and day out. For me, it was a digital agency. For Sebastian Georgi, it was e-commerce. And for Ricky Gutierrez, that was trading. Each one of us, we dove into these disciplines and we dove deep to really understand. And with depth, we were able to acquire knowledge that the successful people in our industries knew and other people didn't. Broke people stay broke because they go from opportunity to opportunity. They go from side hustle to side hustle. They can never commit. And if you're one of these people who always hops from one thing to the next one, you will never be rich. That's why I want you to remember this and stay consistent with one thing. Consistency and commitment builds millionaires. Now, I know you've heard the saying that the average millionaire has 3 streams of income. However, that's not 100% accurate. Most of the times, the people who are rich, the people who are millionaires or even billionaires, they've made their money with one business, one company. They scaled and grew farther. Now, there are Elon Musks in the world, but there are very, very few people like that. And even Elon Musk, he just started with one company.
If you spread yourself thin at the start, then you're probably never going to make it because the world is competitive and there are people working a lot more hours towards just one of your side hustles.
It's much easier to build one business that makes $1 million a year than to run 3 different businesses and scale them to 330K in yearly sales. Now, the next thing I'm about to reveal is what separates the people who generate 100K a year versus those who generate $1 million or more per year. And it's using mechanisms to eliminate the competition. Mechanisms add nuance to your business. If everyone's doing dropshipping in America, you take the same products and sell them to Europe. If everyone's building a social media marketing agency, you maybe build a social media marketing agency for SaaS, a podcast booking agency, something that's different from what most people are doing, but within a proven model. Take a proven idea and take it into a new market with new ideas, and you'll see yourself win. Jake Tran did the same exact thing with his YouTube channel. Now, to be fair, we're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves because the mechanisms I just mentioned are localization and niche hopping. But the main mechanism you want to build within your brain is your knowledge. If you listen to any interview with a millionaire or a billionaire, you know how obsessed they get over one specific subject. They might pick a subject and read maybe dozens of books, listen to dozens of interviews around that subject, and they really obsess over it. For you, it might be YouTube. For someone else, it might be sales. It might be marketing. Whatever it is, if you become extremely good at that one thing, you'll be able to scale. With pure knowledge alone, you can make tens of thousands of dollars. But if you morph that knowledge into a skill which you can use and execute, you'll be able to generate more than $500,000 easily. My friends at Weekend Digital, they built an agency that generates over $1 million a month. And that's because they run their own brands. They know how to build and scale brands online, and they're able to take this service and serve other e-commerce clients and provide the service to them. Now these brands give them millions of dollars to run their ads. They even give them equity in their companies, and they're able to generate tens of millions of dollars a year. That's from the retainers they get from their clients and also the money they make from the brands they sell off to other companies. And that's because the skills you build as first layer of mechanism, the smartest people you'll meet, they have a T-shaped skill set, meaning they have a lot of different skills. For example, videography, this graphic design, sales, marketing, IT skills. But they've specified and picked out one of these skills to go very deep and understand it in depth. People who are not making as much money are more or less evenly skilled within all of these verticals. But the millionaires, the rich people, have picked one crucial vertical and they've driven deep into it, so it becomes their dominant skill. The only issue is you only have 24 hours in a day. So how can you learn all these skills? How can you do everything that I just mentioned? And the trick here is leverage. There are people who work less than 4 hours a day and they make more than $10 million a year. It all comes down to leverage. Now, you can leverage information, which was the first mechanism which I talked about. You can leverage your time, which is using your time to trade it for money. You can leverage money, but I'm assuming right now you probably don't have a lot of money. You can leverage your network, the people who have in your connections list. And the higher leverage you have, the more money you can make. Because the rich, they don't trade time for money. They just trade value for money. For us, it doesn't matter how much time I work in a day or in a week. I mean, the more I work, the more I can make. However, no one pays me based on how much I work. I only get paid on results and when I deliver. So that's what I need to focus on. I need to deliver great content. I need to deliver great work from my team, from everybody. And that's how you should look at life. You shouldn't be looking at how long or how little you work. You should be looking at how much do you deliver. And then also you should be looking at how can I choose a different leverage? Because ultimately, once you're very, very rich, you can only leverage your network and your money to make more money. However, at the start, you need to leverage your time and build up the knowledge lever so you can acquire that money to leverage even further. Now, yet there are two very important levers, your leverage points that I did not reveal to you right now, and you need to learn and you need to utilize in order to build a successful business. And this is how if you don't have $1 million, even if you don't have $10,000, even $1,000, this is the leverage you have and you can build in order to have a more successful business or a freelancing job. Number one is building systems. If you're good at building systems, whether you build those systems for your own business or for others, you'll be able to make a lot of money. Because essentially you take a very complex problem, very complex thing, and you distill it down into the most simplest and purest form. It could even be making this video. How do we come up with different ideas from videos? How do we validate these ideas before we record and edit these videos? How do we write the scripts? How do we edit them? How do we approve them? All of that complexity that goes into creating a YouTube video could be distilled down into a simpler system. This system can be turned into a course. It could be turned into training for video editors. It could be turned into training for your clients that you send to for YouTube management. Because once you have the knowledge, you can document this knowledge and give this knowledge to others. So when you start using next leverage point I'm about to show you, they have the same exact process, and every time a new person comes in through the door, they can go through a document, go through a training, and get the same exact outcome over and over again. The next lever, which is very important, is building a team. Now, our company has generated millions of dollars in sales for our customers through email marketing. And it all started with me and my business partner writing all the emails. We build out everything we send out. But then we hired a team, we trained a team to use our system, and even they brought their own systems, the ones they have used and they have experience in. We're able to build an email marketing agency where once we get in a client, we're able to predictably get them incredible results once they work with us for a month, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months. And our team's brilliant. They're wonderful, talented individuals who know how to get their job right. And what we did and why they worked for us is because we gave them an environment and a community to thrive in. Without us, yes, they could do well on their own, but with us, we all can do a lot better. Our clients can do a lot better, us as an agency does a lot better, and the people who work for us do a lot better. And then naturally, you're gonna start to increase leverage in the money field and in the network field, because the more clients you can serve with your team and with better systems, the more clients you get, the more kind of like your network grows and the people that know you grow. You're able to get referrals and just keep on growing your business even further. And all of a sudden, your other leverage points will keep on growing too. And then life becomes just like a video game. You have enough money to maybe go to someone, buy a property for $3 million. That's maybe $2 million under market value because they needed money quick. You can sell that property for $5 million if you made $2 million with barely any work. Now, this is easier said than done, but still, this is very possible. Now you understand what it takes to go from being someone that's broke into building a wealthy mindset, and what it takes, what are different leverage points you need to pull in order to become wealthy. This is a great start, but it's not enough. And you need to watch this video next in order to learn more skills and more habits to become a millionaire. So tap the video here and I'll see you on the other side.